Okay.
All right, looks like we are live on our Facebook page here. Hello, everybody. Barb Garza here with the Wesco Area Chamber of Commerce. Very excited to be with you today and bring you some information from the U.S. Small Business Administration, and we hope that you can join us. I'm going to give a few seconds for some people to jump on. I know that we had this event posted on our social media and in our calendar, so hopefully we'll see a few people join us this morning. But really, as you know, here at the Chamber, we're trying our best to continue our offerings through our virtual seminars and activities virtually. We have been working on some new programs that are up and coming. But most importantly, just keeping tabs of the current situation with COVID-19 and ensuring that we're following all of these rules to keep our community safe. We hope that everybody is staying safe and well. I know that there has been lots of questions in regards to the vaccine, and so we're hoping to bring you some sessions very soon with more information on that as well. But today, we're very fortunate that we have Ms. Elizabeth Vargas with us today. She is with the U.S. Small Business Administration. She's one of their public information officers. And Elizabeth, thank you for joining us this morning. We're so grateful to you. I know that through this whole process, I think since we started dealing with the COVID-19 shutdowns and all these things, you have been so helpful to us and providing information and getting us documents to give to our members. So thank you for being with us this morning and talking to us about the EIDL. And I'm going to pass it to you in a second, but I want to remind people that the main reason that we're meeting today, we want you to know that the SBA has the EIDL loan and they have extended their deadline to December 2021. So this is definitely an opportunity for you to apply for some funds to support your business, your organizations, and we really want to bring you that information, and who better than our experts here like Ms. Elizabeth, who will talk us through that. So Elizabeth, I will pass it to you. Just kind of, if you can start with giving us a little bit of information about yourself. Again, thank you. I know that you're not stationed here, but you have been awesome to help us here in Wesco. So talk to us a little about you, and then we'll go into this EIDL loan.
Thank you, Barbara. Really happy to be here and to keep everyone up to date because, yes, we have some news. And I've been working with SBA for over 3 years, all over the place. I've been at the Valley twice with two of the disasters that you had in past years. And with COVID, we have been working remotely as most of everyone. And I'm stationed in Houston right now. That's my hometown right now. So we've been trying to help everyone. We, as everyone knows, we have granted millions, billions of dollars to businesses to survive this crisis that we are going through. Hopefully we are seeing some light right now. And with the second relief package, the deadline to apply for the economic injury disaster loan, it has been extended to December 31st, as you said, of this year. So any business that needs money to survive, hopefully you have survived up to now, but if you still are struggling, SBA has the economic injury disaster loans available to you. It's a very easy application online. You can go to SBA.gov. The page to apply is COVID-19 relief.sba.gov. But if you go to SBA.gov, which is easier, it will bring you all the information and it will take you to the application. It's a few pages to just to fill out how your business. You don't need a lot of information right there and then. And if all the information is correct, it will be easy to get approved and just get a loan for capital, working capital. That's what these loans are working capital for you to use. You can use it in your payroll, in your operating expenses like your rent, your any bills about your office, or anything that is usually a working capital expense. the other thing that I will mention is that if you applied and you were declined, you can still request a reconsideration. And it happens that a lot of people have been in reconsideration status for a few months. And I have to be honest that it has happened. And it's because we requested some documents and they have not been received, or for any reason, they have not been uploaded. So just keep up to it. If you call our 1-800 number, they are very good at giving you the correct information and the most up-to-date information on your file. So it is very important for people to call, because sometimes I get requests or inquiries from congressionals, and they say, oh, my constituent hasn't heard anything in 3 months. And it always surprises me that I will have called someone before then. So the 1-800-659-2955 is very good. It is your best bet, right? And because it's just a phone call away. And the other thing that I will mention is we have, I just went into our webpage, and it is talking, or it has the information about the EIDL advance. And I've been getting some questions about it. The EIDL advance was part of the CARES Act from last year. I believe it was March 29 of 2020. And it was a grant, to put it that way. We call it the EIDL advance, and it was up to $10,000, $1,000 per employee. And that's how it worked. So if you had 10 employees, you will get $10,000 that it converted into a grant. You didn't have to pay back. So now in this relief package that just came out, they have it as targeted EIDL advance, and you don't need to take any action. If you didn't receive the advance for any reason, maybe we ran out of funds before we had all the information, the correct information from you, or you got only $3,000 because you had 3 employees. Well, now the new relief package, it will give you that difference. So the grant will be $10,000 per business. So if you only have 3 employees, as I said, and you got $3,000, that difference is going to come to you. But there is no need to do anything. SBA will contact you and will let you know what, if you certain criteria. I believe you have to be in a low-income area and other criteria. So if you just be aware that you may be contacted by SBA. It's very important. A lot of people, our emails go to spam. So please check your email and make sure that it doesn't go to the spam. And the other new thing is the venue operators are going to be there's going to be some assistance for them. We don't have all the information yet. The confirmed information is the targeted EIDL that SBA will contact you if you didn't get the $10,000, up to $10,000 it was, now it's $10,000, but you're going to be contacted by SBA if you are eligible, your business. And if you need more money, maybe you got your loan for certain amounts, but you now, because the time has gone by and you still need more money, you can apply for reconsideration. You don't need to apply again, just apply for reconsideration to increase your loan. So it is very important for you to call the 1-800 number or just go online and get the information. And if somebody, everything, it's a loan, so it's a case-by-case scenario. So if there is a very specific question, you can always send it to the chamber. They will send it to me or my email. It's easy. It's my name, elizabeth.vargas@sba.gov. And I think I covered pretty much. I don't know if you want me to go over the EIDL in the specific loan.
Yeah, sure. So before we do that, I just want to say thank you to those who've joined us online. We appreciate you all joining in. And if you have any questions, please let us know. You can type those in the comment section there, and we'll address those. But again, we are really happy to have Ms. Elizabeth Vargas with us this morning with the U.S. Small Business Administration and talking to us about the EIDL loan program and the recent extension, which extends this opportunity to our business owners until December 2021. So if you are in need of funds for your business, for working capital, this is a great opportunity for you. We always tell businesses, if you're looking to get a loan, working with the SBA is the best way to do it. They're looking in for your best interest to help you with low interest loans, to support you especially during this crisis time that businesses are struggling and trying their best to recover at this time. So definitely a great opportunity. I wanted to touch on a few things. So Elizabeth, you talked to us about the extension and some of the things that people can look for. So just to retouch on anybody who has already applied and has, let's say that they applied, they didn't get the loan or they didn't qualify at the time, the recommendation for them is, if they are still in need of funds, to reapply and apply for reconsideration so that they can be considered again, or at least reviewed again to have access to these funds. Is that correct?
Yes. If they call the 1-800 number, they can give them all the information. They probably need to send documents, additional documents, their tax returns for 2019, 2018, and different forms that we require just to make sure, because sometimes a lot of applications were declined because we couldn't verify their bank account. That was the easiest thing. And a lot of people didn't get the advance because we couldn't verify that the bank account was from them, or it wasn't a business bank account. It is very important for people to know that they have the business, the bank account has to be under the business's name. So, and that was usually because it was an automatic process in the beginning. So the system will automatically decline them if their information couldn't be verified. So for reconsideration, usually it's just to get documents from them and just to make sure that everything matches with the information we have on file, and then they can get a loan. So I recommend them to call the 1-800 number.
Okay, awesome. So that they would just need to call that 1-800, and we'll put that on the comment section for everybody to see as well. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, and you mentioned this again, I want to retouch on that for those who are joining in again right now. You mentioned the advance or the grant that was with the CARES Act, that if you had applied originally for the EIDL, you were receiving $1,000 per employee, and this was a grant that did not need to be repaid, and this was in addition to your loan. So for those who received that, there is now an opportunity for them to get the I guess the grant could have been up to $10,000, but you got $1,000 per employee. Now there's an opportunity for them to get that $10,000. At this point, what do those businesses have to do? Do they have to worry about anything? What should they expect? Should they follow up on this?
There's nothing for them to do as of now. The information we have is that SBA will decide or approve who is eligible, and then they will be contacted by SBA, because there's some criteria that has to be in order for them to be eligible. And one of them, I know it's they have to be in a low income area, and that's the main right now that's using. So there's no action needed to take right now. And for more information, updated information, please go to sba.gov, and that's where they're gonna find everything right there. And then that's all we have right now as of, and it is changing because we're working to get everything in order to work on it.
Good. Yeah, and that's awesome. I just learned about that right now. So I think that's really great, a very nice opportunity for our businesses that could really use those funds at this point, especially through a grant opportunity. In regards to the EIDL, the amount of funds, I'm just curious, for those that are looking to, maybe they didn't apply in the first round and are now going to apply at this point because of the extension and have the opportunity to do so. What would you recommend to them as far as, I know you mentioned the application process is an online application. but what could they expect when it comes to the amount of money they can apply for? What is, I guess, the threshold of funds that they can apply for on this application?
Yes, usually the economic injury loan is up to $2 million, but because of COVID, right now the limit is up to 150,000. It's usually what we have. The information as of now, it hasn't changed. So it is based on their operating expenses. So up to 6 months of working capital that they will need according to the sales that they had the prior year, or according to the tax returns. So it is very important for people to fill out the application according, that matches their numbers.
Yeah. So with this loan, they can apply for up to 150,000 working capital to support them during this time. The application process is all online. It's very simple. Very user-friendly. So those who are interested in applying, it's a very simple application to complete. Elizabeth, can you talk to us about what the uses of the funds, what they could actually utilize these? And you mentioned a few right now, payroll and things like that. But can you give us some examples of what else people can use these funds for, or are there any restrictions on these funds?
Yes. One important point is that they don't apply for certain amounts. They are approved, or they receive a quote for certain amount. So that the application is not like, how much do you need? There is no line where you state how much money you need. SBA approves a certain amount according to their numbers of their sales and the cost of goods and other criteria. So that's one. And the uses is just as you will use your working capital for rent, payroll, or also any operation expenses to pay your suppliers, and electricity, water, whatever needed by your business. Actually, one of the other things that they can use the money for is if they need to make certain modifications, like in restaurants, they needed to put some divisions in between booths or things like that, so they can use the money for that. They cannot make like big changes or renovations, but they can use for certain needs that we have due to COVID.
So there, for example, like you mentioned, in some businesses they're having to put those plastic shields up, those types of things. So anything having to do with the current health crisis of COVID and dealing with the pandemic and modifications they're doing to their businesses, for that they can utilize these funds. So again, very useful. I know a lot of businesses have had to make these modifications. Even our restaurants, with the way they have to separate people in the restaurant, they have to use disposable menus, and there's just extra expenses that you don't think about. And even just the disposable menus, the cost of printing, the cost of getting all that done, it's it definitely can become a burden for some of these businesses that did not have these items budgeted in their operations costs, because it's just we weren't anticipating these kinds of things.
Exactly.
So great, yeah, that's awesome to know that they can use the funds for this. And for those that already applied, if they are interested in requesting additional funds, you mentioned that they can do that. What would they need to do to be able to request more funds?
They have to send a reconsideration letter to SBA, and they have to send information. Usually, and most importantly, is the tax returns, so we can see what their needs are. And there is a process, and if they were declined and they needed reconsideration because they really need money, they have to send, proof of everything. Usually is the tax returns, ID, copy of their ID, and a copy of a check, a voided check, so we have the correct information from their bank account. That is very important. And basically it's that, in a letter stating the reasons why they need more money or why they need the reconsideration process to go on again. And the other thing is, if it has been a few months that they were declined, they have up to 6 months as per the dates of the decline letter. So there were, but I will say I was just thinking about it before we got. A lot of people, they probably forgot and they said, oh, okay, they didn't give me anything. And now that we have extended the deadline, they want to reapply. Please don't reapply. Just request a reconsideration, because since you are already on the system, if they reapply, if they make a new application, automatically they're going to be declined, because it's going to be flagged as a decline. I mean, as a duplicate. So because that information is already there. So just request a reconsideration. If you go online on SBA.gov, you can get the information, or you can just call the 1-800 number 659-2955, or in your decline letter, the instructions are there for you to apply for reconsideration.
Perfect. That's great, because we don't want businesses who are in need of the funds to go through that application process if they don't need to. So they need to write that letter and connect with the 1-800 number. So again, if you need that information, we'll put that in the comment section for you. But we want to remind you that you have that opportunity. For those who have already applied for funds and need to request additional, this is an opportunity for you. And for those of you who have not applied, but definitely need the funds and are looking for an opportunity to help your business during these difficult times, this is a great opportunity for you. Through SBA. I know that SBA has been doing so much during this time to support businesses and keep them going, and just keep everybody afloat during these, again, very trying times for all of our businesses. And we're grateful for the opportunity, Elizabeth, for you to be with us and come and share, the resources that you all have available.
Yes, and as a reminder, the loans are for 3.75%. up to 30 years, and I think they're giving the 30 years to all the loans, and then they don't have to begin paying back until 1 year later, 12 months later after they receive the funds. So it is very important that they know this, because we know that this crisis is not going to be over soon. So they're going to have 12 months of time for them to get back on their feet, and then they have to start paying back. And the interest rate is 3.75 and 2.75 for nonprofit.
Awesome. Well, good. I am looking online. I don't see that we have any questions, but I do want to say that if there are any questions in the future, they can definitely check out the website. Really important that when you go to the SBA website, it's great because they post up all of the news releases and current updates. So we encourage you to check that out and visit the web page for more info, as well as the links to the different applications. We are hoping to connect with someone to do another presentation similar to this, where we talk about the PPP opportunities, and again, just ways that we can support our businesses during this time, and collaborate with our awesome partners at SBA. We thank you, Elizabeth, for your time. Anything else you're thinking of that maybe businesses need to be aware of with this loan?
No, well, I just will suggest that they apply, because even if they don't need the money, if they're not sure, they can request less money, and they're not obligated. If they are approved, they're not obligated to take the loan. So it's just a good source of for them to to get back on their feet, or to get a little bit relief in these times.
Yeah, completely agree. And it's always good to know that you have some funds to kind of safeguard and have available for an emergency. And the fact that you have this opportunity right now, we definitely want to encourage people to look at these opportunities and really consider to see if this is something that would be good for you and work for your business. So definitely check it out. We're going to send you all the links in a minute. Just put them in the comment section there for you, and as well as the 1-800 number. But we want to again thank you, Elizabeth, for your time and for just your support of the Weslaco Chamber and the Rio Grande Valley, all the information that you've provided us. We definitely appreciate it and look forward to continued collaboration with you all.
Of course, yes. I will be ready whenever you need me. And whenever we have more information, I will send it to you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for those of you who joined us online. We appreciate you all. And if you have any questions on what has been discussed today, feel free to check out our website. We do still have our COVID-19 Business Toolkit up with information and links to all of our sessions that we posted, as well as resources, printable documents that you can get off our website as well. That's www.sba.gov. info@wesleco.com, or you can call us here at our office, and that's 956-968-2102. We're here to support you however we can, bringing resources to you and just staying in collaboration and connection to keep our businesses running and successful and keeping our communities thriving. So thank you all for your time. Thank you, Elizabeth. Great to see you again. Stay safe. And thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Take care.
Thank you.
Welcome to Weslaco, located in the Mid-Valley. Explore. Stay. Play. Eat. Fun. Weslaco. We got this.